great pleasure to be the president of the New York Philharmonic. I want to thank all of you who are here tonight, distinguished guests. We want to thank the Austrian Cultural Forum for hosting us here tonight. Thank Director Moser and Secretary Kurtz for their presence and hospitality tonight, and my colleague Andreas Grossbauer from the Vienna Philharmonic. It's truly a great honor and a personal pleasure on behalf of the New York Philharmonic and our board to welcome all of you to the New York Philharmonic's hometown. I send warmest greetings from our music director, Maestro Alan Gilbert, our chairman, Oscar Schaefer. We have several members of the board of directors of the New York Philharmonic here this evening, including two former chairs, Gary Parr and Steve Stammas. We're so happy to have them here. I want to say warm welcome from the musicians. I know that you heard from Carter and from Cindy. And I also want to recognize our archivist, Barbara Haas. At the New York Philharmonic, we like to joke that we all actually work for the archivist in Barbara Haas. She really controls our fate in so many ways. It's great to hear wonderful music making at the beginning of our program tonight. Extraordinary music from musicians from both sides of the Atlantic, really instantly making wonderful music together. It's such a privilege to hear such a wonderful collaboration, and done really, I'm sure, with a minimal amount of preparation. I also noticed the universal language of mobile phones going off in the concert. We experienced this last time in Vienna, and I remember at the Konzerthaus thinking that we are all really doomed if there are cell phones going off in the concert house in Vienna. It's remarkable when we think about the history to think that these two great orchestras played their first concerts as ensembles way back in 1842. These were very different cities, vastly different places at that time, and that 175 years later, they both still serve as beacons of enlightenment and are committed to making the world a better and more civilized place through their music making each and every day. Frequently, the New York Philharmonic loves to evoke, as in the video, words of our former music director. And there's probably no more famous former music director in New York than the great Leonard Bernstein, whose eloquence and deep, abiding belief in the power of music is so incredibly known. And it seems appropriate to think of him here tonight, since not only was Leonard Bernstein the first American-born music director of the New York Philharmonic, but he was also the first American to conduct the Vienna Philharmonic as well. And I would imagine that he would be very pleased this evening to see his two orchestras collaborating together, and it's great to have his daughter Jamie Bernstein here with us tonight. So we're in the midst of this 175th anniversary season, but we're also preparing for next season, which has a focus on the Bernstein Centennial. And we are reminded about what Leonard Bernstein said about the power of art, which we believe our orchestra, the Vienna Philharmonic, and orchestras around the world embody each and every day. Art never stopped a war and never got anybody a job. That was never its function. Art cannot change events, but it can change people. It can affect people so that they are changed. Because people are changed by art, enriched, ennobled, encouraged. They then act in a way that may affect the course of events by the way they vote, they behave, and the way they think. I think in this time right now here in the United States and around the world, music and art have never been more important. I love the idea of music having no borders, and as we live in a time where there's much talk about borders, we as musicians and as musical institutions bear a real responsibility to make sure that people understand how interconnected we are in the arts and in music specifically. We thank you so much for sharing this special moment around our 175th anniversaries, and we look forward to seeing all of you in Vienna in March. Thank you so much.